Funky Bunch, y'all are in luck. Marceau and Tisha just got their hands on 6,000 more bottles of black chocolate champagne. Yes, God, black folks, do it big, bitch. And this stuff is for sale. Drop down in the description box now and click the link to get your bottle before this batch of orders is all sold out. When I tell y'all this stuff is so damn good, especially when it's super cold, and just the way that chocolate and that fizz make love to the back of your throat, y'all know about it. Drop down in the description box, click the link. You don't want to miss it. Get part of this batch before it's all gone. Bye. Huntsville people, listen. At this point, and y'all drop down in my DMs and my email box and y'all spill the tea on everybody else's business, we gonna need somebody with confirmation receipts and facts to get on the line and let us know, was Kimmi a side chick or not? Because y'all keep playing with this whole narrative and y'all starting to upset me and my homegirl with this BS. Do y'all want to talk about it? Here it goes. Nessa girl, coming off of the damn VMAs last night that I did not watch, I just found it so comical that the episode opens up with Melody talking about she was shooting a video for her hit song, Telltale Song. Now listen, here's what we're going to do in 2021. Because I'm all about boundaries and criteria, right? Criteria, boundaries, specifics, conciseness, no ambiguity, no room for gray area. Because we have grown to a society where people get to say, I'm great, I'm beautiful, and we go along with it. I'm talented, and we go along with it. We give children now participation certificates versus giving the winner certificates because we don't want this child to feel like a loser. Then they grow up being narcissistic as hell and thinking that they're supposed to win everything in life. With that being said, what we're not going to do is let Melody walk around and proclaim she have a clip, a hit. And what we're going to do is set some base level criteria one must pass in order for it be a hit, okay? Do it like it's my B-Day. Do it like it's my B-Day. Stingy with My Cootie Cat. It's Stingy with My Cootie Cat by Jocelyn Hernandez featuring Stevie J a hit. If that ain't a hit, then Telltale Signs ain't a hit, okay? Because the only place it charted was on Melody Instagram page, okay? Here's what we're going to need. In order for it to be a hit, if you're going to be independent and it's going to be a hit, we needed to crack Billboard Top 50. Okay? We needed to top Billboard Top 50. We'll even go iTunes R&B charts Top 20. Because the R&B chart, they be sleeping on the R&B girls and they be letting people from 19... Child. Angie Stone had put out a new CD that didn't nobody listen to, and she was hollering about how she was #1 on iTunes, and I was just like, girl, it ain't that hard to be #1 over on the R&B charts and iTunes. But I'm gonna need at least Melody to crack something on iTunes on the R&B charts or the urban contemporary charts, which Lil Mo said don't nobody listen to those, in order for us to start going around calling things hit. But what would be a hit, baby, is Stormy got a whole estate. And obviously she don't mind being on the show with her pregnant ass. I hope that lady was pregnant. We want Stormy on the show. We want to know what it is that Stormy and her man do that she got a whole damn estate. You done brought these broke hoes with you on these old working class ass 9 to 5 ass construction loan, need a drawdown, gotta do 50% of the work before they can get another 20% of the money assholes on this show. Bitch, we want to see the rich, the lavish, and the fabulous of Huntsville, not these old... Listen, girl, I could have went around my homegirl in them house if I wanted to be extra regular. Give us something that's aspirational, okay? We want to see aspirational stuff on OWN. We try to own our lives and own the narrative and own abundance. Get these working class, old nursing certificate assholes, credit repair assholes, handyman tees, Ain't nobody on Huntsville built no damn house. We ain't seen a damn house on this damn show. Listen, tell the truth. If your nigga changed light bulbs and switches around, the switch plate around the light bulb switch, listen, it's work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. It's honest living. It ain't nothing wrong with going around into the church people's house and putting a new screen in or moving the refrigerator because it's a rat back. It ain't nothing wrong with handyman work. It's honest work. But bring us some aspirational ass hoes around here and not all this other yang that y'all filling up our TV with. Matter of fact, what Wanda ass do from day to day? That's the shit I want to know. Where Wanda work? Y'all drop down in the comments and write down where y'all think Wanda worked. Now, you know it's some old messy ass shit. Wanda give me an old cafeteria lady, keep up shit, go around and tell which kids got a balance, which kids don't. Talk to the kids any kind of way down to the school. She give me that. Wanda gives me, no shade, she gives me a very janitorial tea. Like she drive around the buildings at night, baby, keeping up shit, overhearing people conversations as she cleaning up the buildings or whatever. Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Wanda gives me very assistant manager at Family Dollar Teas. It's never the employee's fault, and it ain't her fault why they out of 2-for-1 washing powder. She give me Wanda give me illegal daycare teas. That's what Wanda do. Wanda keep kids. Everybody know it's that one lady in the neighborhood that keep kids, and she keep them high enough to pay her bills but low enough to make you more appealing to the daycare, and she ain't got no type of license, and her kids eat whatever. Your kids gonna eat whatever the hell she cook. Don't come over here talk about they gluten free and they need to do this. She don't do homework, and she don't keep babies in Pampers. She don't keep babies. She keeps small kids potty tray preferred. That's what Wanda do. Don't bring them around here if they got asthma, because I smoke cigarettes. We cuss around here. That's what Wanda do. She run an unsanctioned daycare. Sanctioned? What's that, Maso? That business you running at your house? That unsanctioned daycare. That's what it is Wanda doing. Anyway, Melody moves out to the porch with the other girl from that Martell sprayed about not being qualified to watch 4 kids. Is it me, or was that scene kind of cringy? Like, that scene gave to me, Carlos King, I need a favor. Marceau embarrassed my friend on social media, and this is a good friend of mine, and I need to do a scene with her to clear up what was said. It gives me a very much too vested in what people locally think about you, because the scene felt very forced, and all we was getting from her was a, yeah, right, I know. We was there. She was a cute girl. She was a great girl. But in order for that scene to have made sense, we would have needed to have seen her more often. Now bring her ass into the fold. If she gonna be, because y'all need more girlfriends and friends at this point. I really am enjoying the Huntsville people. So just bring her on the damn show and work her in. It's already evident that you don't have to be fabulous to be on the Huntsville show. You could be real working class. And what more working class is it than somebody that watch kids? And I'm going to tell you something. You better clear that up. Because she's a good woman if she watched 4 kids and she only got 1. You bringing more stress around her house than she already had. See, it's different when somebody got 2 kids or 3 kids and you bring your one over there. 3 kids in the room hollering and 4, 5 kids in the room hollering. It's the same noise level. When I got 1 and now I got 5 pitter-patters running around my house. No, what time y'all mama said she gonna be done? She need to come right here and get y'all ass, because I'm about tired of this. Tisha talks to Jalen about the reports. You know, at this point, I want Jason to tender his resignation. I think that this job would be great for Jalen in one capacity and in one capacity only. And that is if his ultimate goal or his passion is to be in hospitality. All right. Then yes, Jalen is on the fast track to becoming the general manager of the Four Seasons, of the Mandarin Oriental, of the Ritz-Carlton's Lounge. He is on the fast track because he is getting invaluable experience. But let's just say hypothetically, Jalen's end all be all is to be, you know, an insurance salesman, a lawyer, a pharmacist, a marketing executive, then this is just a complete waste of his time, and he can go find another job that will probably pay him comparable money with less stress and a bit more defined job roles and responsibilities. Because I didn't like Tisha's response to him. I didn't like how she was explaining to him that, you know, in the midst of him, first of all, where's the compassion? You've got bartenders and cooks, your two most important people. Fuck them servers. People want to eat and they want something to drink, even if the bartender got to bring it to them and the hostess got to wait, do some tables. Fuck them bussers and them damn the servers. But the bartender and the cook are the most essential employees. And when you're telling me they walked out, and then you're asking him, why didn't I do a report? And he said, I don't even bring my computer in anymore because I know I'm going to have to cook. I don't have time for damn reports. And it was not unrealistic for Jalen to expect what he expected, which was people walked out and I expected Tisha and Marcel to come up to the business. If anything, y'all should have sung Wanda ass up to the business. And the gag is the customers would have actually liked it. I'm going to tell you something. I got a homegirl in Atlanta named Keisha Madden. And shouts out to Keisha. She owned the Daiquiri Factory, Cirque Bar Lounge, and Blue Seafood. Y'all go check all them out. And I get a lot of business and entrepreneurial advice from her, me and a lot of my friends that are in the restaurant business. And Keisha says, when you own a restaurant for the first 2 years, you got to be at your shit every day. You have got to be at your shit every day. She said, for number one, them hoes will rob you blind if you not. Second story I want to tell you, I got another friend that opened up a restaurant, and she thought that all she was going to do was put her name on the business, and because she was popular on social media, that she was going to open this restaurant, and she was just so happy that she had this restaurant. She was bragging and boasting about having this restaurant. She was doing the same thing, being hands off. Baby mama couldn't understand why her food was coming up short and her register was coming up even shorter. Mama couldn't understand why she was getting all types of complaints and phone calls about what was going on in her establishment when she thought she hired good people. Moral of the story is you have to work your business. You have to put your hands on it and touch your business. And BLAQUE is going to fail if Tisha and Marcel opt out of being hands-on because Jalen got it. Everybody wants to throw their name on the business and sit back and collect the check. If it was that damn easy, more people would be business owners. So y'all better get your ass down there and help fry some of that chicken. And you know, I have a question because they put these expectations on Jalen, but I'm curious to know, has Tisha worked a week as a manager herself in order to see what the role requires and in order to see if these reports getting him to do them nightly are unrealistic? I think the proper answer should have been, Jalen, I recognize that you're busy. When we have busy nights like this, can we at least commit to you getting me the report by opening tomorrow? I think that's fair. By lunch tomorrow. I think that's fair. But to ask somebody to work all day on their feet, cook, clean, cut checks, you know, tip out the waitresses and stuff, and then go back there and do a report when they got to come to work again the next day? No. Maybe they should carve out an hour before opening for Jalen to do administrative work, or maybe tally it up at the end of the week or whatever the case may be, or better yet, hire somebody else to help his ass do it. Nevertheless, I didn't like the response. I also did, I did like when Marcel came in and said, give us honest feedback, but that was a setup, right? It was a setup because no matter how honest your boss or your supervisor or anybody in any type of power position over you tells you to be, you better not ever get in full honesty. Let me ask you a question. In what world are you going to own a business and your employee going to come in and tell you, I think you suck, I think you should be doing more, you're not running your business properly, and you're going to sign them a check every 2 weeks with a smile? Don't y'all fall for that be honest trick. It is the oldest trick in the book, baby. In order to get along in corporate America and in any job, you got to go along to get along. You blow smoke up your supervisor's ass. Okay, 48 laws of power, never outshine the master. When them hoes ask you to be honest, you blow smoke up their ass. But like, you know what? I'm really liking the position, and the additional support that you have been giving me is really helping me grow as a manager. That's what the fuck you tell them hoes. Not, I think you should be doing more. Try it if you want to. Your ass to be standing in the child line. Good times. Ain't we lucky we got 'em. Tisha apologizes to Marcel for being aggressive to him. You know, that was very nice of her, and it was big of her. It says that Tisha doesn't lack the level of self-awareness that we've been giving her non-credit for. over the years that we've been knowing her. You know, she did grab that man's face. And I did appreciate his response. Well, I appreciated the dialogue between both of them, right? Tisha and Marcel's relationship definitely is a prime example of men are from Mars, women are from Venus, or whatever that famous book was. Because he has one outlook on life, and I bought his explanation. If the comment was coming from my wife, I'd have no problem answering it, but it's coming from outside people. So I'm not going to dignify that with a response. I get that. I also get that so many people are coming at your wife, and this is the way Tisha is set up. And sometimes she just needs a little extra validation, and you don't give it to her because you're set up completely different. I think that it would be cute every now and again if Marcel would validate her feelings or validate her concerns, even if they're coming from, you know, misdirected people or people with ill intentions. She's just set up differently. And I think that because she has to accommodate the way he's set up, that sometimes it would be cute if he accommodated the way that she was set up as well. Maurice stopped by Lou's shop to talk to him. I think that was big of Maurice. It felt forced. It felt like, you know, the shit was dead at the moment in which y'all had left the damn party at BLAQUE or whatever the case may be. But I guess we've got to figure out a way to incorporate Tiffany, who we do not want, and Humpty Dumpty, her husband, who all he's good for is, that's what's up, man. I'll tell Tiffany, thank you, man. Real talk. That'd be great. Let me run it by Tiff. Like, we need some depth of character. Can we get some character development here? Can we get this nigga a script? Somebody get in the writer's room. I know this is unscripted, but hand his ass a script. I need more. I need more from both of them other than mess, chaos, and confusion. Anywho, Maurice invites them to the trip. They get on the bus. Is it me? Or Kimmi needed to send that blouse back to Fashion Nova because, baby, them straps wasn't holding up them titties. Them tig old bitties was leaking all out the side. Just leaking like Mel album about to do. Just leaking. Something don't leak in my mouth. A piece of hair, something. Excuse me, y'all, I'm so ghetto. Or whatever. God don't like me talking about folks. That's why he bridled my tongue. Anywho, all them titties. They play around on the slipper pole. Then they get to the house. Is it me or did they make Kimmi a whole lesbian? They say she over there rubbing on Destiny. And Destiny say Jalen want her. And then Tiffany busts out with the side chick comment. Oh, they said, now here's the thing. There's nothing better than when you get a bunch of black people together, especially black people who have to hold it together all day long for a living, and you get them around some alcohol, especially people who know each other for their works. I had the privilege of hanging out this past weekend with some friends I knew from college for over 20 years. We met each other the summer of our freshman year, 2001. And, you know, folks went on and got married and got kids, and we got to drinking, and just old memories and just deep laughs came up, and it was a very good feeling. And so I enjoy watching the boys kiki. I wish it was a moment that they would have had outside of the women, because Marcel or Martell screamed that Maurice was in a fucked up marriage, and everybody starts laughing. Y'all know Kaya was going to see this. It's going to cause problems in their household. Kimmi grinned, which was a low-key agreement to it or whatever. Then Tiffany was like, and then Kimmi came along and stole him out of it or whatever she said. Then they get out to the pool and the whole side chick stuff comes up again. And I'm with Kimmi. Kimmi don't find this shit funny. And she said in her confessional that, getting people to believe this, y'all have obviously done a good job. And here's what we got to talk about: damage to people's reputation. Y'all actually have done a good job, because I'm sitting here doubting the shit. Okay, Kimmi is my girl, and I'm going to always give her the benefit of the doubt. But now my mind is like, okay, was there some overlap? Like, now I need a bit more definition as to what they're considering, side piece-ish, because I'm like, this keeps coming up. So, like, what is the real tea of surviving this position? And if it's untrue, then it's unfair. Then they bring up the Jalen situation. Again, this is why it gets sticky. You can never tell somebody something about their child without them not getting offended or feeling a little stress off in their chest. What do I think? I think that when it comes to running the restaurant business, Tisha and Martell are beginners at it. Therefore, it's not far-fetched for me to believe that they're not doing the best job, right? They're learning as they grow, which has to be additionally frustrating for a manager to come in who knows absolutely nothing about the business and who is now flying by the seat of his pants by owners who are flying by the seat of their pants that have a 4 seasons expectation but doesn't even have a 4 seasons background or education. Does that make sense? So I think it's frustrating for everybody around, and I think it would probably be easier for the family unit if they just part ways from a business perspective. I understand that Marcel wants somebody in the restaurant that he could trust, but some people also argue that he wants somebody in there that he can underpay and overwork. And that's what it feels like is going on in this situation. I hate that Kimmi and Marcel and Letitia got into an argument over Kimmy's child. Do I believe that Jalen was being smart in those text messages? Sure. But he's probably overwhelmed. It's probably the only way that he can express himself. Obviously, he can't come in there, cuss y'all the fuck out, and walk off the job because that would tear up the family dynamic. So he got that energy in where he could. You know, I think there's enough blame to go around in this situation. And I would like to see this situation dissipate before it gets bad or turns into something that it doesn't need to be. Family, friends, and business just don't mix. Then Tisha says, well, since we bring the stuff up in the open, let's talk about you telling my mama to shut the F up when that didn't happen. I mean, she might as well had told Wanda to shut the F up, but she didn't say that. It's just gotten old. The conflict with Kimmi and Tisha has gotten old. The goalpost keeps getting moved. At one point it was Mel. It was her defensive Mel. Now it's this. Now it's that. Now it's this. And I think what has happened is just a genuine resentment and dislike has been formed. And there has been a loss of respect that has been formed. And if Kimmi or Tisha is anything like me, once loss of respect enters the relationship, there's never any going back for me. Like, once I view you through that lens, there's just no way you can regain that respect, especially if it was once there and it was lost. And I feel like what has happened with their relationship, more so on Kimmi's behalf than Tisha's, is that there has been a loss of respect. And it's like, at this point, girl, I can take or leave you. I'm indifferent. And I keep telling y'all, indifference is the worst feeling anybody can ever feel about you. Hate and love are the same emotion. They're two sides of the same coin. But indifference means that you're just of no, there's no earthly value to you for me to exude any type of energy. You don't even exist. You don't want nobody to feel that way about you, especially somebody who you love in return. Y'all, Love and Marriage Huntsville, they got it damn going on. What can I say? That's all I got. Ain't got no more. I'ma see what Patanka giving while I cook lunch, early dinner, and I'll call y'all back. Bye.